Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
Welcome to Blue Lock Rivals, or what I like to call Gambling Hell. Now I want to start by explaining what Blue Lock Rivals is. Blue Lock Rivals is a gambling soccer game based off the anime Blue Lock. It currently has around 120,000 players, which is, it doesn't deserve that many like at all, and we're gonna move on from that. Now, I've personally not watched Blue Lock, but if I am forced to watch the show to enjoy the game, it's not that good. Now, today, I'm going to give my opinions on the game and explain some reasons why it's, terrible. Now, before I get into this, I just want to admit, I'm fully against adding gambling to Roblox games. I think it's extremely scummy in a way that developers exploit children for all their money, and it's just not cool. Now, for the record, I don't hate this game. I more hate the fact that, and this is for all games like this, not just Blue Lock Rivals, that all these games decide gambling for better abilities is fun. And yes, games like this do tend to release, codes that give free spins and whatnot, but it's just a ploy. They want to lure you in to spend more money on the game. It's not out of the goodness of their heart or whatever like that. They are luring you in so they can make more money off you in the long run. Now, in Blue Lock Rivals, there is two different sets of gambling, your styles and your flows. And there is currently 16 styles, with there being 2 rares, 4 epics, 4 legendaries, and 6 mythics. As well as for flows, there is also 16, with there being 3 rares, 4 epics, 5 legendaries, and 4 mythics. Now you might ask why I bring these numbers up. Well, when you take a look at these horrible rates, you will realize that over half the game's content is essentially walled behind gambling, which, that's not fun. Well, yes, this wouldn't be a problem if the game was well balanced, but if you don't have a legendary or mythic, don't even bother. For your flow, it doesn't matter as much as your styles, but, for styles, anything that isn't a mythic or legendary, it's outclassed extremely hard and it's not fun. Compare something like Chigiri, I don't know how to say it completely, which is an alright, okay rare, to Kunigami, which is arguably the best mythic in the game currently. It's not a fair comparison. Something I want to mention is another game called Untitled Boxing Game. I believe it handles the gambling aspect far better than any of these Blue Lock games have ever. While yes, it does also suffer from being, a gambling paradise, even some of the most common styles in that game are completely viable no matter what. Now obviously with a little bit of skill in both games, you can make the common styles viable. However, if you take a high skilled Kunigami and put them up against a high skill, I still don't know how to say it, Shigiri, I'm just gonna assume. Kunigami can just launch the ball from half the field and score, and what, they can run down the field? Sure. But at the end of the day, skill can also make a major factor on the game as well, and that's really all I had to say for the gambling aspect of the game, so how good is the actual gameplay? So if you couldn't tell, this is going to be a very, very short part of the video because, the gameplay loop is so boring. Because it's just soccer with superpowers and that's it. If you've ever even seen soccer before, just imagine that, but you can shoot whole meteors into the goal from across the field. But for those who don't know about soccer, I'll give a quick explanation. In Blue Lock Rivals, you are put in a 5v5 against the opposing team. The 5 positions in the game are the center forward, center middle, right wing, left wing, and the goalkeeper. And your job is to kick the ball into the opponent's goal without letting them score in your own goal. I don't think I need to explain more. That's the gameplay. And I mentioned this for one reason, well, mainly because this section would be probably 3 seconds without it, but the real reason being, it's just soccer. It's not interesting or cool, it's just a one-to-one game about soccer with some superpowered abilities. And obviously soccer isn't like a bad sport, but it does leave me stunned that over 100,000 players at the time of recording this just settle for this mediocre ass gameplay. Now on to the section that I really am gonna stress on, the hitboxes. Ever been playing Blue Lock Rivals and try to steal the ball, only for you to slide straight through their feet? Or you're the goalkeeper and a ball makes contact with you but still goes into the goal? Well, I'm here to say that's not you! It's Roblox jank making the fucking hitboxes terrible. Now on a more serious note, games like these always tend to suffer, due to Roblox's horrible jank, causing the ball to just sometimes phase through you or people who are 20 miles away just knock you straight down. And it's one of the reasons I question why these types of games have so many players. Obviously it's hard to try and fix Roblox's own problems to improve your game, but it can't feel good blocking a ball, having it phase straight through you, and then having your teammates call you fucking terrible for something you can't control. I just will never get it. Now, this section is kind of why I wanted to make this video in the first place. The biggest problem I have with these games is the fact that they have zero staying power, and it's also kind of why I hate anime games on Roblox as a whole. Kids can spend hundreds if not thousands of dollars on their favorite anime games just for some company to come by, say, we don't want your game on the platform, get it deleted, and then all that money goes to waste. And it sucks because I've seen it happen to several games at this point, and it's just People always complain and whine about them wasting their money after, and it's like, you probably knew this would happen. If it's a game based on an anime, it always has a chance of being taken down. Never rule that option out. But then again, you gotta think about it. A lot of people who play these games are literal kids, and that's why I hate gambling in these games. Because they don't know any better. They're kids. They don't know anything about copyright, and they just wasted hundreds of dollars, and they go cry to their mom, why did my favorite game just get taken down? Now they're scamming me, and it's just not fun to see. I hate seeing this happen. All in all, I don't think Blue Lock Rivals is a bad game. In fact, it actually has much higher quality than most of the anime slop that comes out on Roblox nowadays. Now, I could have talked about, cosmetics and emotes and all that crap, but I don't really think it matters. I just wish some games would stop locking parts of their games behind gambling and just let us have fun. But, that's probably never going to happen because devs are greedy. And honestly, I can only see a downward spiral from here if this is the route they want to go down. That's all I really had to say. If you really enjoyed the video, subscribe. If you didn't, don't. And I'm going to get out of here, so I'll see you guys next time. Later.